One more time.
Go ahead.
This Don Q, you rocking with AllHipHop. You know what it is. Hybrid the label, Don Talk. Get that right now. Let's get it.
What's going on? It's your boy D Knows at AllHipHop.com. And I'm with the man himself, Mr. Don Q.
Don Q, Hybrid the label. We in the building.
What it do, bro? How's everything, man?
Everything good. Don Talk out right now. It's killing the streets.
I peep. So this is the first time you sitting down on AllHipHop.com. So for our viewers, for those who've been under a rock or who probably just converted over from rock and roll and decided to listen to hip hop, let's discuss who Don Q is, where Don Q from, and then we'll build up from there.
From the Bronx, Spitter, Hybrid the label. Y'all already know what time it is, man. The hottest nigga in the fucking streets coming with that shit.
I mean, nigga can rap. That's one that nigga definitely can rap. And you said hottest in the street. I was gonna wait a little bit, but we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna come back to it. Right now, there's a lot of talk, and you put a video up not too long ago on Instagram talking about the difference between South and New York is the fact that niggas in Atlanta support niggas in Atlanta, and in New York for some reason. But it's always been like that. Everybody's like a friendly competition. But when you first like,
there's nothing wrong with friendly competition.
Right.
It's not. I'm all with friendly competition, but not just with New York niggas. It could be with all rappers. It's gonna be like, don't just have it with New York niggas. Just have friendly competition. Everybody else, if you gonna do it with niggas in New York, do it with other niggas too.
Now when everybody started bubbling, you East, Casanova, MA, A Boogie, all of y'all, it seemed like the camaraderie was like, yo, we about to take. I did the Don't Run remix. And everybody was like, "Yo, this is about to."
That was like a good New York track. Right?
That was a great New York record. I mean, I compared it. I sat with Casanova. That was like the Annie Up remix for the young, for the kids. You know what I mean?
I ain't even really look at it like that.
Yeah, I call that the new Annie Up remix. But then recently, we had people going on interviews talking, King of New York talk, hottest in the city talk. How are you receiving that kind of energy? I mean,
I don't really feed into it. Like the king and all, I feel like the fans gonna give you that crown at the end of the day. You don't really gotta run around just yelling it. But if you feel like that, you feel like that. You're supposed to feel like you're the best in this, so I don't really care. Yeah. If you shit all your shit charting, you at the top, then fuck you the king right now. It is what it is.
Now when they talk about the boroughs, though, right now the Bronx right now, I feel it's pushing that New York culture forward now.
Yeah, we trying.
I mean, between
Brooklyn always had. I ain't gonna lie, Brooklyn was always the borough that always had somebody that was hot.
Right.
There's always somebody hot in Brooklyn all the time. Like the Bronx is not really like that.
Now to have that where the Bronx is on the charts, y'all doing your thing, and do y'all have that chest poked out just a little bit, or
yeah.
Okay?
We good. We looking good right now. Niggas in the Bronx is appreciating it. But it's crazy because out in the city, our fans come from Brooklyn. Like the big, I don't know, it's because that's the biggest boroughs, more people, so they get most of the votes and shit. But when we look up like on the Spotify shit, we go to New York, Brooklyn is like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now you just dropped Don Talk.
Yeah.
Comparing that to Don Season, just talk about your growth, man. I mean, you're, like I said, when we first started, you were someone who could really spit. You're a spitter.
Yeah.
Nowadays a lot of niggas is just coming out with music just to vibe out in the club. You're doing both. Like your music is getting accepted in the clubs, but then the old heads who like that boom bap rap and people who can actually spit are rocking with it too. So let's
that's what I'm really
talk about the growth.
That's what I'm really trying to do. I didn't want to, like, I knew I could rap and shit. So it's like, alright, once I show niggas I could rap, what else I'm gonna do? I don't want to just be like, alright, that's the nigga that just would rap. I wanna hear some of my shit in the club. I want females to play some of my shit when they in their bag. Like just certain different vibes I want to attack. So I try to attack everything. And Dawn Season, I think it's only 8 songs, but I feel like I attacked it a lot of different angles. Like with the personal track, I attacked that.
That was different.
Puddle of Water, attacked it a little calm vibe. Head Tap, Club. Words of Wisdom for the boom bap, like you said. Like just all different kind of areas I just attack.
Now, when you go and making a project, do you have that in mind, or it just happens that way? Do you go in there like, yo, I need that club record. Okay, I need something for my niggas who just want to hear that boom bap, or you just let it come?
When I make like a project, I make sure everything is on there. I make sure everything is on there.
Now, talking about the new project Downtown, and I'm looking at my phone because I don't want to misquote this. And it's kind of ironic that you said this verse. This is better off safe than sorry. I'm never going to play Safari, right?
I just left an interview. They asked me the same.
Oh, they did. Okay. Did you find that ironic, or like, you know, what was your first thoughts when you seen the interview and you heard about his situation that happened, and then that verse is in there? It's like, damn.
You gotta like, they let you know I'm speaking fucking facts.
Right.
But it's not like a joke, man. That he or however he got robbed and shit, but. You gotta just learn how to move out here. Like, anybody can get robbed. I'm not saying like it's impossible. Anybody can get robbed. But there's ways to go about it to make it a little difficult for you to get robbed. You feel me?
Now, have you been moving different since the success? Like, I mean, I know a lot of rappers like
2016. In 2016, I still was moving like how I was moving in 2015 and 2014. Just I want to go shopping. I'm calling an Uber, and I'm going downtown by myself and going shopping. And I started realizing, like, I'm bugging right now. Because one time with the Flight Club, and there was like 3 cars outside the Flight Club full of niggas, and they all together. Like, they must have all just came to go shopping or something. Right. And I got out the Uber. As soon as I stepped my foot out the Uber, yo, Don, these niggas could have been my enemies. Right. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, yo, these niggas could have been ops. They would have killed me. I'm by myself. It's 3 cars of niggas. They all hop out. They was dumb. I'm looking like, I'm trying to look at niggas' faces like, yo, if I recognize somebody like, yo, these are the ops. Then they pull up like friendly though, like, you take a picture, but I'm still on like, hold on, y'all niggas is kind of close.
Yeah.
Then they start giving it, yo, take the picture. Hold on, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, oh, y'all niggas is, I don't know what's going on. I got my journal, like, hold on, back up a little bit there. Y'all niggas took the picture. But it's crazy that it was just love though, but
right. I'm
like, I can't be moving like that. I'm by myself, 3 cars, niggas hopping out, taking pictures and shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't know it was that crazy. I ain't really think it was really that crazy at the time. Like, that's when I started moving a little, like moving with a couple more people if I'm just running around.
And I feel you have to, because a lot of rappers nowadays, or even back then, more so nowadays, they feel like you gotta be like, once you get successful, like you're gonna lose your street cred if you don't if you ain't on the block all the time, or if you don't go back and forth and all of that stuff. When people say that, like if someone would come to you,
what am I doing on the block though? Like standing on the corner. Like I ain't gonna say like I don't do it no more, but I come when I want to be on the block, I come to the block and chill with my niggas and shit. But I'm not doing it to prove a point. Like, oh, I'm on the block, niggas don't come to the block. I'm doing it because that's what I feel like doing today. I feel like coming to chill with my niggas on the block. But I'm not gonna do it because the nigga gonna say, oh, he don't come to the block no more. He ain't real. Nigga, what the fuck is on the block for me? Like, what am I winning? What's winning about coming to the block and standing in the corner? And just none. If I do that, it's because I felt like doing it.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of block, man, right now gang culture is crazy in hip hop. I don't know any affiliates or whatever, but do you feel like the way hip hop is going with the whole blood crip and gang talk and all this, gangster rap, you feel like it's glorified more nowadays, or everyone's trying to, show their feathers a little bit more, or you should saying it's just always been that way?
Nah, hip hop, there's always been niggas in gangs in hip hop. Right. I'm not in no gang. We not like Harvard ain't no gang. We Harvard, but it always been like other niggas like the 6ix9ine and Blush. That's not new. Like niggas been blood, niggas been crip. Snoop been banging crip forever. Everybody, like man, niggas been coming in the game when they gang bang and shit.
But do you see like the whole the flags in every video and every moving around? Is that something that's like
that's his look.
That's his look. Okay. Because I remember I came out in the Dipset era, when I came out when they did the same thing. So
Joel had the flag. Joel, that was his look, the flag. Joel had a flag on every time you seen him.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So let's moving the conversation along. Speaking of eras and OGs and stuff like that, you've been getting a lot of love from people like Pusha T. Yeah. You did the Meek Mill Lights Out. You was on the Fab mixtape. Let's talk about how they received you.
I did Camera. I was on Camera album too.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true, So let's talk about the OGs and how they accept you, and when you get your first call that you got from like when you were first coming up in the person, like I know Meek Mill was a big deal for you. When you got that call, it was like, yeah, nigga, I made it, or like, what was that?
It was just like, it's time to show. I feel like niggas was seeing and they wanted to really know if I could really do it. Mm-hmm. Like niggas seen the Hot 9. Niggas probably heard a couple of shits me like the Bandos. Like Meek was a real fan of Bando, and like my first two Bando Bag on Me and Hot 97 Freestyle. Like that was my 3 verses that was known like in the beginning. And I used to see him always fucking with those 3 shits right there. Mm-hmm. So I feel like when he called me, he wanted to see like how, like, tell him to come through. Like, I'm seeing people really like that. Right. He really get busy. So, yeah.
You already had the verse ready when you got there? You wrote it right there in the studio?
I wrote it. The first verse, I ain't gonna lie, I had it. We did 2 songs. The first shit I had ready already. So when we got in there, I knocked it out. Then he was like, all right, let's cook up something else. But I spoke about this. I wasn't really used to the back-to-back making. I was used to like do a song like I'm going home. Yeah. I did my song for the day.
Yeah, I saw you said that. You was like,
I didn't really know like the song. So he said let's do another song. I'm like, all right, bet. All right. Threw the beat on. He started rapping and shit. He did his verse. That's why I started writing. I went in my corner, started writing and shit. And after that, he put another beat on. Like it was a whole nother song he was trying to do. Mm-hmm. I wanted to leave him. I was tired.
That was Pusha T, man. How that happened? On the new project.
The Pusha T shit. You know, I always was a fan of Pusha T. Like, I feel like he's one of the nicest niggas, like lyrical. So like when I dropped Corner Stories, I see him tweeted it. He retweeted it like, yo, this is fire, good music, whatever. So I'm like, all right, Pusha T fucking me. I gotta get one with Pusha. Right. So since then, I never really spoke. I think I probably DM'd him like, yo, good looking. We spoke, whatever. Then I know I was making a new tape, so I'm like, yo, I want to do something with Pusha. Cause like people would ask me like, yo, what features you want? So I said, I want Pusha on this shit. But I didn't have a particular song for him yet. Cause like when I pick out features, I don't just send niggas songs like, yo, see if you can. I listen to niggas so much, I know what kind of song to send them. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yo, I don't got the song with Pusha yet. Like all the songs I got, none of them is from Pusha. So I had to go in the studio, find a perfect beat, and send it to Pusha.
That's dope. Now, your cadence and your voice. Jay-Z's, he's coming out with an interview on Netflix with Dave Letterman. And when he said, what makes a successful artist is his cadence and his voice. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you got both. Mm-hmm. Your voice is different. You got it. Your cadence is different. That's the recipe for success. Yeah. Now let's talk about when you're influenced.
A lot of people say that, like, yo, your voice is crazy. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's what gravitated with me, like with Jeezy when he first came out. That voice, you know what I mean? And with your music, what gravitated me to your music was, it's something, this is different. You know what I mean? Where'd you get your sound? Growing up in the Bronx, growing up in New York, I'm pretty sure you had some New York influences.
Yeah, I feel like all my influences was New York and Philly. Like. It was New York and Philly in one. Like that's my shit right
there. Now speaking of Hov, man, where we at with it though, man? Has anyone reached out to you from Rock Nation yet, trying to get that verse? I know you said 50 years old is trying to get that verse.
I forgot who I told. It was either Tata or Emerald. I forgot his name. But I told one of them like, yo, I need that verse.
You got the track ready?
I wanted him on the show with Pusha. I wanted to have both of them on it. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, yo, Pusha and Hov, it's over after that. I said, it's over after that. But we ran out of time, so I said, fuck it. It was still fire. It was just me and Pusha. But just having Hov at the end would have just been stupid.
Facts, man. Hybrid, man, the label, making a lot of noise out here, man. A lot of people, I mean, you guys do have you move independent, but you have the Atlantic situation as a back end. Now, a lot of people go back and forth like, oh, independent versus label. Yeah. If you were to give somebody some advice coming into the game on how to go about doing that.
It depends how you go. Like, we ain't have all the money in the world to do a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing we needed from a label was just a boost. Like, we had the music, we got everything else already. We just needed the boost, like, to help us with radio plays and getting us to certain places and shit like that. And like and budgets and shit. That's all we needed the label for. But if you got money already and you got the talent, you don't need the label. Like, you don't need the label.
Fact. I mean, I said the same thing too, man. If you got the talent, you got the money.
You got a cool $1 million to play with, 500,000 just to play with.
But see, the crazy thing, a lot of these artists don't have that, and I feel like there's no right or wrong, man. A lot of people feel like your independence away because they see a lot of success, but I mean, getting that label behind you, I mean, that's how a lot of people came up in the game. Hov came up on a big label, you know what I mean? So
there's nothing wrong with it because they gonna do what they do, but you can't depend on the label to do everything. You gotta keep yourself hot, keep yourself relevant. They're not gonna keep you relevant. They're not gonna keep you hot. It's gonna help you when you are hot and you are relevant. That's all.
So you already got that mind. So y'all still moving like if you're independent.
Yeah, you got to.
Got you.
We still, you see, a couple weeks ago, Boogie put out a song every day for the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he wanted to do that to keep himself. That's not something the label told him to do. The label probably would never even agree with that.
Right.
But as your boss mentality, you want to keep yourself. I gotta feed my fans. He put songs out every day for the whole week.
So what's next for you, man? I know you said you got a project coming out in May, which I know the streets is excited to hear that. You any features on there yet? Are you still working on that?
I got Dave East, I got Boogie, I got Jay Critch, I got Moneybag Yo, I got Young Scooter, I got Fetty Wap. That's it.
Jersey.
Yeah.
One time.
This tape is more turned up.
I could tell by the features, man.
It's less like Dawn is like it's kind of not like Dawn Talk. Dawn Talk, I did it like that on purpose. Like I made sure Dawn Talk had a lot of like rap, a lot of bars on it. But Dawn Turn Me Up is like just the hype, like just something bouncing the club. There's gonna be a lot of club shit on there, like a whole lot of club shit on there.
Any tours following that or?
Yeah, we've been looking at certain things. We're still trying to lock some shit in. We got a couple offers and shit. We just trying to find out the best spot. I ain't trying to just jump on anybody tour.
Right. I hear that.
Just because they paying. I don't want to jump on a nigga tour because they paying, and the person told I'm jumping on, we don't even got the same kind of vibe on music. So it's like people coming to see him is not gonna come to see me.
Right. Nah, and that's a fact.
I'm not just taking the money just because.
Because I've seen that happen when you got someone who's totally different than the person who's headlining,
I'm like, why would
and the crowd is not vibing with the opening act.
It's boring, bro.
Yeah.
You getting paid, but it's like, you want to have fun. I want to be on stage having fun. I don't want to just be rapping like, oh, shit. Niggas just looking at me on their phones.
Right.
I don't know. I ain't with that.
So before we wrap up, man, if you had it, a crystal ball in front of you, you could see 5 years from now. 5-10 years from now, what will be success for Don Q? What would you like to see in that crystal ball 5-10 years from now?
Me sitting up. I got a couple artists that's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Couple M's up. Cool.
Just straight like that.
M'd up.
M'd up, straight like that, man. Don Q. Hey, one minute. That yeah. That is that something that you thought of? That you were gonna do it, or you just did it one time on the verse and you felt like it was?
I did it one time in I did it on the Hybrid, the label takeover tape on one song. I forgot what the song. It was me and Boogie. I think it was called Other Shit. I'm pulling up on some other shit. I forgot how I did it though. I just said yeah like that. Then I kept him like, that was kind of fire right there. And I just kept saying that shit like, nah, fuck it. Cause you know why though? Cause when I was young. I used to talk to my man McFly. Like, he'd always be like, "Yo, you need an ad lib." Cause I never used to do ad libs, like not even behind my verses, like not even talking. I used to just straight rap. And we used to always talk about everybody that was live had they ad lib. This was like Joel's had his Woo, his A and all that. So we like everybody got an ad lib. Jeezy had his shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna find an ad lib one day. I'm gonna find my shit. I ain't gonna rush it. I'm gonna find it. So once I heard that, I said.
Yo, Greg, I mean, keep it real. That shit is like, that's you. Like, if I hear a verse from you and you hit it, it's like, yo, it sound like Don. And then you hit it, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's him. You feel me? Yeah. So, and you figure Jadakiss got the laugh. Yeah, everybody got to have it. So you got your stamp, and I feel like that's going to be the stamp for years to come, bro. You keep doing what you doing.
I try not to overdo it, but sometimes it's needed. I love that shit. So sometimes I do it and I don't even mean to do it. I'll be like, well, take that out real quick. I didn't even mean to do that.
Say no more, man. You already know, man, it's your boy D-Nels. Don Q got a lot of heat. The Bronx is on fire. High Bridge is on fire. Keep it locked, AllHipHop.com.
Don Talk, go get that.